Cuba! It's me, Elian Habanero. Guess what? This is our 1 week anniversary. I have stuck to my resolution. I put out a video every day. Thank you for everybody that is supporting me. I checked with YouTube revenue so far. On my videos, I have made 8 cents. Folks, I'm just so happy to talk about wrestling. And of course, the name of the show is the W.I.L.L.I.W show. That stands for Wrestling is Life. Life is Wrestling. I'm having so much fun. Thank you for sending in your questions for this special episode. Now let's talk about news in wrestling first. What do we have? The man, Rich Swann, he comes out to the music. Can you handle this? Can you handle this? Well, apparently someone can handle it because he has gotten married on the weekend. Congratulations to him. In Ontario news, people, there's been a couple good shows. There's a couple tonight. I talked about them in the last couple episodes. Send me the results. Send me if you went to a show, what you thought of the show, so we can discuss it. I've heard a few things. I heard one big thing in BCW, Windsor, Ontario. Apparently, Moose is some kind of champion in Impact Wrestling, and the former Chris Masters, who's now going as Chris Adrian Adonis, came out and attacked him at the BCW show, which apparently was being filmed for Impact Wrestling. So it's nice to see BCW becoming like a partner for Impact Wrestling, like a Canadian, some kind of side partner. I said partner. We'll just stick with partner. Okay, so that was good. I haven't really heard much else from the show. We got a couple big shows tonight. Make sure you get to Smash. Make sure you get to Destiny. And make sure you get to Hamilton for the Countdown to Revival. What else do we have to talk about? Old School. I challenged him, and he seems to not want to accept this challenge. So I ask any of the fans or viewers of my show to get on his case. Light him up on Facebook and tell him he needs to accept this challenge for the referee shirt. Also, Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens main evented a Montreal house show, and apparently it got a great response. And Sami Zayn cut a promo bringing Kevin Owens to tears. It's great to see the love these guys have for the business. Now, what's been blowing up on my phone today is apparently Warhed, who I go way back with, has made a list. The list of Warhed. Now, there's a lot of rumors running around, and I don't really like to be a Reggie rumor lover, but he put it out there himself. But everyone's speculating what it could be. What is his list? Is it a list of people he wants to hit with a weed whacker? Is it a list of people? A lot of people are saying wedding. Is it a list of a wedding? Is it a list of people that he's going to fly down to Cuba? We don't know. We're waiting for word on that. So make sure you follow that as it's happening on social media. Now, speaking of lists, I had asked the viewers of this show to send me your questions. Now, I wanted to talk about wrestling because, you know, I love wrestling. But a lot of them were about me, and I'm truly humbled. I didn't want this show to talk about me. My show was to put over wrestling, specifically Ontario. I got a lot of love for BC too, and anything, any WWE, Impact, Lucha Underground, any of the indie feds, but I am honored and humbled, and I will answer your questions. The first question I have is, what do I think about the matches I did in Elements? Now, Elements was a nightclub in Kitchener that we used to run shows under the PWA banner. There was a lot of crazy matches. PD Flex, Warhead, Viking, in my opinion, really stepped up the creativity on the craziness on the matches and stuff, and hardcore and whatnot. I did a bunch of ladder matches and table matches and stuff with the likes of Suicide Sean Ball, Eddie Osborne, Super Kamikaze, Tom Ryder, Rip Impact was thrown in the mix there. Those were some great times for me, although my knees and my back are telling me they weren't so much because I'm still feeling the effects of some of those matches. But I have nothing but good memories of the Element shows. I felt we did some groundbreaking stuff. We truly believed that we could make PWA into this bigger, new ECW thing with this cult following in Elements. Other than the Johnny Devine incident, I have nothing but great memories. The second question is, what do I think about my Golden Ticket Rumble win? Well, sorry, Mr. Question Submitter. but I won 2 golden ticket rumbles, so you're gonna have to be a little more specific about which one. But, you know, they were both great times for me. I was privileged. One was like 42 people that I won. The other was recently that I won. It just felt great to be competing with so many other great superstars and to get the win. Well, I mean, that's an unexplainable feeling. Next question. Did I film the Jesse Jones naked bathtub promo? I will say that nobody would volunteer for that position. He had to set up a tripod. And even after that, the bathtub sued Jesse Jones in court for sexual harassment, and the stains in the bathtub would not come out. Next question. What do I think about Gordo, some know him as the Wizard of Id, returning to action in Ontario as a manager and talent and worker? Well, I have a lot of love for Gordo. If he does come into the business, his passion and knowledge is basically nobody is on the level of him. So if he does return, I say nothing but good things, but I have a great gimmick for him. He should be the new Birdman. I'm not talking Coco Beware. One time the cameraman and I went to the Brantford Zoo and they had these trained hawks. I think Gordo should train birds to come in the ring with him and help him out. Something like that. But best of luck to you, Gordo. I hope that you do follow through with this and make a few appearances. It would be great to see. Next, I got asked, what was it like tagging with Hacksaw Jim Duggan? Well, as a guy that grew up watching Hacksaw Jim Duggan on TVs, I was so excited. It was a great experience. He was super friendly to me. He said some really nice things. And I mean, who could not just love when he comes out and go, ho! Because you know what? I love hoes! And we got, what was it like wrestling Eddie Osborne in Nanaimo, BC 2004? Well, to me, that was sort of a homecoming. I grew up, after I moved from Cuba, I grew up in Campbell River, which is a couple hours from Nanaimo. And to me, it was just a surreal experience. I wrestled that match for one person and one person only. And even though my dad came to see me for the first time wrestling, and he hates wrestling, it was not him. I wrestled that match specifically for Aaron Curran. Now, some people were not happy with that match, and I felt bad about it after, but to me, as long as Aaron Curran loved that match, then it meant the most to me, and he said he did. I don't know if he was just being nice or not. That was great. Also, will I ever return to BC? Now, for folks around the world who don't know what BC is, no, I'm not talking boob country. BC stands for British Columbia. It's a province in Canada. And yes, I do plan on making some appearances there. I have a lot of family there, and I would love to do some shows, and I will be coming back. My ankle, I broke my ankle January 4th, so once I'm 100%, I will definitely be coming out that way again. What else do we have here? What would Ike Shaw think of my show, and would I have him as a guest? Well, knowing Ike Shaw, he would take full credit for this show, saying he came up with it, it was his idea, and that also he could do it much better. Would I have him as a guest? Yes, in fact, he's on my top 3 list of people I would love to have a guest, as I honestly think the ratings for that show would be through the roof, as he's the most entertaining, in a bad way, person that I could ever think to have on this show. Now, we also have, who do I miss that used to wrestle in Ontario? Well, there's so many, it's hard to pin it down. I'll just name a few guys off the top of my head. Quinton Valentino, always loved working him. Flex Falcone, that man had a lot of talent. I'm surprised he never went farther. Lars Phoenix, soft spot in my heart for him. Who else? I got some guys here. Geza Coleman. Now, Geza, I learned a lot from him. He has done it all in this business pretty much, and I wish he would be able to make a return too. We also have, how will I keep this show fresh? Well, I have a lot of ideas that I want to play around with. First, I'm going to start interviewing wrestlers. I know, Cuba's a wrestler, but I'm going to interview other wrestlers and see what I can get some good content from that. I also plan on doing giveaways. I also plan on doing videos of Elian in public. I also plan on doing challenges against other personalities in wrestling and a bunch of stuff. give out awards, play drinking games. Like every time Elian says wrestling, you have to take a drink. If you're not a drinker, how about this? Every time Elian says wrestling, you gotta do 5 push-ups. Stuff like that. I have a lot of plans for this show. I hope to continue doing it. My goal is to try and put out 1 show every day, and I hope it catches on. I hope word of mouth spreads, because I love wrestling and I love doing this show. That's it for the list of questions. Now, remember, the Willu Show stands for Wrestling is Life, Life is Wrestling, and you have to make sure to like, or you will get a leg drop, comment, or you'll get the clothesline, subscribe, or you will get a suplex. My name is Elian Habanero. I love wrestling. Cuba!